Hello students, welcome back to Info Science. So in our previous video we have already discussed about the plant tissues and also the different types of these plant tissues. So in our today's video we will discuss about the animal tissue and also the different types of this animal tissue. So this animal tissue, as the name itself we know it is found in the animals, but it is also found in the human beings. So we, the human beings, our body, it is made up of this different types of this animal tissue. So let's discuss about it. So these different types of this animal tissue are epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and nervous tissue. So you can see here this picture of the four types of the tissue. So now let us discuss one by one about this different types of animal tissues. So the first is the epithelial tissue. So this epithelial tissue is one of the most simplest tissue and it acts as a protective covering. And here the cells of this tissue, they are very tightly packed and it forms a very continuous sheet. And here the cells of this epithelium, they contain very little, or we can say there is no intercellular matrix. So this type of epithelial tissue, it is found in the skin and the lining of the buccal cavity, blood vessels, alveoli of the lungs and the kidney tubules. So this epithelial tissue, it has different functions. So the first main function is that it protects the underlying cells from the mechanical and chemical injuries and from the bacterial or viral infection, and also it covers most of our organs and also the cavities within our body. So inside our body, as we know, we have different important organs, right? That is the heart, stomach, many organs are there. So it acts as a cover. Then it forms as a barrier to keep different body systems separate. Suppose our body, we have different systems. The one is the digestive system, excretory system, then respiratory system. So this type of tissue, it acts as a barrier, and also it helps in the absorption of water and nutrients and also in the elimination of some waste products. And yes, this type of tissue, it also secretes some secretions such as the sweat, saliva. So these are the different functions of the epithelial tissue. So this epithelial tissue also, there are different types. So depending upon the shape and the functions of the cell, the epithelial tissue are classified as follows. So the one is the squamous epithelium. Then the next is the stratified squamous epithelium, then cuboidal epithelium, and the fourth one is the columnar epithelium. So these are the different types of the epithelial tissue. So let us know about these different types of the epithelial tissue. So the first one is the squamous epithelium. So here the shape of the cells, they are thin, flat and irregular shape. So you can see here in the picture how it is. And also the appearance of the cells are just like the tiles on the floor, means they are the adjacent cells that are fit together. So you can see here how the cells, they are fit together just like the tiles on the floor. And the place of occurrence of this type of tissue is that it is found in the lining of our nose, then in the pericardial cavity, blood vessels, lung alveoli. So in that places, so this squamous epithelium is found. And the main function is that as it provides protection, okay, it gives the protection from the mechanical injury, and also it prevents the entry of the germs inside our body. Then it prevents the desiccation of the organs, and also it helps in the diffusion of the gases. So these are the different function of the squamous epithelium. Then the next is the stratified squamous epithelium. So this type of tissue it is found in the skin, and it covers the external dry surface of our skin. And the cells of this tissue, they are arranged in many layers. So you can see here the stratified squamous. So here their cells, they are arranged in many layers. So that layers, they are known as the stratum. And this type of tissue, it prevent the wear and tear in the skin. So our body, you see the skin, it is the made up of this stratified squamous epithelium. That tissue it is made up of. Next, it is the cuboidal epithelium. So here this type of cell, it is cube like cell. So you can see here in the picture the cuboidal epithelium. So here the cells are cube like, and here the width and height, it is equal. And also the appearance of this cell, it is just like the square. And the place of occurrence is that it is present in our kidney, then kidney tubules, then thyroid vesicles, and the ducts of the salivary gland. And the main function of this cuboidal epithelium tissue is that it provides the mechanical support to the organ, and also it helps in the absorption and secretion. The next type of tissue is the columnar epithelium. So you can see here this in the picture, the columnar epithelium cells. So this type of cells, the shape, it is cylindrical, pillar like, and the base part of the cells, it bears the oval nucleus. So you can see here in the picture only how it is. Next, the appearance of this cell is that the free end of the cells, it consists some finger like projection, and that finger like projection, it is known as the microvilli. And this type of tissue, it is present in our inner surface of our stomach, then intestine, gallbladder. So in that places this columnar epithelium tissue it is found, and the main function is that it helps in absorption and secretion. Next is the glandular epithelium. So this columnar epithelium, it is often modified to form these glands, and which secrete the chemicals. Next is the ciliated epithelium. So this ciliated epithelium, this type of cells, it consists of some tall cells with the cytoplasmic hair like cilia at the free ends, and the appearance of the cells, it may be cuboidal or columnar, and therefore it is also known as the ciliated cuboidal epithelium, or it is known as the ciliated columnar epithelium. And the place of occurrence of this type of tissue is in the lining of the trachea, fallopian tube, oviducts. And the main function is that the rhythmic concentrated beating of the cilia, it moves the solid particles in one direction through the ducts. So these are the different types of epithelial tissue. So here the main four important type is the squamous epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, and columnar epithelium. So these are the four main types. So next type of tissue is the connective tissue. So this connective tissue, from the name itself only we can find out that what type of tissue is this. So it connects, or we can say it anchor the various body organs. Suppose the one bone with another bone, then with the bone with the muscles. So this connective tissue, it connects, and the main components of this type of connective tissue are the intercellular medium, connective tissue cells, and fibers. And here the cells of the connective tissue, they are loosely spaced, means there's some gap is there, and also that gap, it is filled up with, or it is embedded in a intercellular matrix, and that matrix, it may be jelly like, fluid, or it may be dense or rigid. So the nature of the matrix only it decides the function of the connective tissue. So the main function of the connective tissue is the binding, supporting and packing together the different organs of our body. So there are different types of connective tissue. So you can see here in the picture, these are the different types of the connective tissue. So the first one is the areolar connective tissue. You can see here in the picture. So areolar connective tissue, it is also known as the loose connective tissue. Next is the dense connective tissue. You can see here in the picture. So this is the dense connective tissue. Then next is the adipose tissue. So you can see here. The fourth one is the skeletal tissue. So this skeletal tissue, there are two types. That one is the bone and the cartilage. So that's in separate way it is shown here. Then the last type of connective tissue is the fluid connective tissue, that is the blood. This is the skeletal tissue. So this skeletal tissue, it includes the cartilage and bones, and that cartilage and bones that forms the endoskeleton. So you can see here in the picture this cartilage and the bone, how it looks. And in cartilage you see this is the specialized connective tissue, and they are very less vascular, flexible and non-porous, and here the blood vessels it is absent. And this type of cartilage, or you can say this type of skeletal tissue, as this cartilage it is the part of the skeletal tissue. So this type of tissue it is found in the ear pinna, nose tips, epiglottis, then the lower ends of ribs. So these are the different places this skeletal tissue, this cartilage is found. And the main function is that it provides the support and flexibility to the body parts, and it smoothens the surface at the joints. Next type of skeletal tissue is the bone. So bone is the most strong and it is not flexible. You see the bone, can it be flexible? No, it is not flexible, and it is porous and highly vascular. Then the matrix here, it is made up of proteins and the mineral salts, that is the calcium, phosphate. So that is our bones that is made up of, and here the blood vessels are present. So the main function is that it anchors the muscles, and also the bones it provide the shape and the skeletal support to the body. So these are the different types of the skeletal tissue. And the last type of connective tissue, it is the fluid connective tissue. So fluid connective tissue, it includes the blood and the lymph, and as we know the blood is the fluid connective tissue. So the different types of the blood cells are the RBC, WBC and platelets. So this blood, where it occurs? So it occurs in the blood vessels, that is the arteries, veins and capillaries, and these three things, that is the arteries, veins and capillaries, they connect together to form the circulatory system. Next, as we know, the main function is what of the blood? It transports the nutrients, hormones and then vitamins to the tissues, and also it transports the excreted products from the tissues to the liver and kidney. And this RBC, WBC and blood platelets, they have different functions. So the RBC, they carry the oxygen to the tissues. Then WBC, it fights from various diseases, and it acts as antibodies in our body. Then this blood platelets, it helps in the clotting of blood. Next is the lymph. Lymph, it is colorless fluid. So in this lymph, it is the part of the blood only, but here the RBC, it is not present. So beside the RBC, the other things are present. So that is why the lymph, it is the colorless fluid. And the main function of the lymph is that it keeps the body cell moist, and it transports the antibodies and lymphocytes to the blood, and also it transports the oxygen, hormones and nutrients to different parts of the body and removes the metabolic waste from the cells. So these are the different types of the fluid connective tissue, that is the blood and the lymph. So you can see here the picture of the fluid connective tissue. So this is all about the different types of the connective tissue. Now let us discuss all these types of connective tissue one by one. So the first is the areolar connective tissue. So this areolar connective tissue, these are loose and cellular, and here it consists of two kinds of fibers. The one is the white collagen fiber and the another one is the yellow elastic fibers, which is also known as elastin. And this type of connective tissue, it joins the skin to the muscles, then it fills the spaces inside the organs. So in our organs different spaces are there, so this type of areolar connective tissue, it fills that spaces, and it is found around the muscles, then blood vessels and nerves. So main function of this type of areolar connective tissue is that it helps in the repair of the tissue after an injury, then it helps in combating the foreign toxins, means in fighting of the foreign toxins, then it fixes the skin to underlying muscles, and it acts as a supporting and packing tissue between the organs that are lying in the body cavity. So these are the functions of the areolar connective tissue. That is you can see here in the picture. So the areolar connective tissue, that is known as the loose connective tissue. So next is the dense connective tissue. So this dense connective tissue, it is a fibrous connective tissue, and here the main chief components, it is the ligaments and tendons. So these ligaments, they are elastic structures that are made up of yellow elastic fibrous tissue. So and that ligament, it connects the bone to the other bones. Then the tendons, they are cord like and they are very strong, but they are not elastic structures, they are inelastic, and they joins the skeletal muscles to the bones. So you can see here in the picture the dense connective tissue, and the function is that it bind the bone part together, then it withstand or it gives the tensile strength, and also it transfer the forces, the forces to the bones. So these are the different function of the dense connective tissue. Next is the adipose tissue. So this adipose tissue, it is the aggregation of the fat cells. So the aggregation of the fat cells, that is the adipose tissue, and these type of fat cells are mostly they are rounded or oval. So you can see here in the picture this adipose tissue. So these are made up of the fats. Then the occurrence is that it is abundant below the skin or between the skin and between the internal organs and in the yellow bone marrow. So in that places this adipose tissue is found, and the main function of this adipose tissue, that it serves as a fat reservoir, and it gives or it provides shape to the limbs and the body, and it keeps the main visceral organs in position, means in proper position. This adipose tissue, it helps in keeping the organs. Then it acts as an insulator. So the next type of tissue is the muscle tissue. So the muscles of our body, they are formed by the contractile tissue, and that tissue, it is made up of the muscle cells. So this muscle cells, it helps in the movement of our body, and that movement of the body, it is brought about by the contraction and the relaxation of the contractile proteins. So this muscle tissue, it helps in contraction and relaxations. So on the basis of the location, structure and function, there are three types of muscle fibers: striated muscle, smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. So you can see here in the picture the different types of the muscle tissues. Now Let us discuss one by one all these types of muscle tissue. So the striated muscles, so you can see here in the picture, the striated muscles, that is the skeletal, also known as the skeletal muscles, they are straight, skeletal and voluntary, means they can be moved, and the cells of this tissue, they are long and cylindrical, unbranched and multinucleated, means many nuclei are present, and it occurs in the limbs, then muscles of the limbs, and then the body wall, face, neck. So in that places these striated muscles are found, and the main function is that it provides the force for the locomotion, then it helps in all voluntary movement of our body, and it gives a very powerful, or it undergo very rapid contraction. So these are the different functions of the striated muscles. Next is the smooth muscles. So this you can see here in the picture, the smooth muscles. So these smooth muscles, they are unstriated, visceral and involuntary, means they cannot be moved, and here the cells are long with pointed ends and uninucleate, so only one nucleus is present, and these type of muscles, they are found in the iris of our eyes, then in the ureters, then in the wall of the alimentary canal, ducts of glands, then in the bronchi of lungs. So these are the different places where the smooth muscles are found, and the main function is that it contracts slowly, but it can remain contracted for longer period of time. So contraction here, it is very slow, and also the contractions, it can remain for more longer period of time. So this is the main function of these smooth muscles. And the last type of muscles is the cardiac muscle. So the name itself, we know this cardiac muscle, where it is found. It is found in the heart. So this cardiac muscles, it shows both the characteristics of the smooth and the striated muscles. So you can see here in the picture, these cardiac muscles, and they have some light and dark bands. So the main function is that it contracts and relax rapidly, rhythmically and tirelessly throughout the life. So these type of muscles, so if you see, if the heart stop contracting, what will happen? We will die. So these type of muscles, it contract and relax rapidly in a rhythmic way throughout the life. So this is the main function of this cardiac muscles. So these are the different types of this muscle tissue. And the last type of tissue is the nervous tissue. So this nervous tissue, this type of tissue, it helps in transmit the messages in our body. So this nervous tissue, it is formed by the brain, spinal cord and the nerves, and this nervous tissue, it contains a highly specialized unit cells that is known as the nerve cells, which is also known as the neuron. And this neuron, it has the ability to receive the stimuli from within or outside the body, and also it conduct the impulses to different parts of the body. So you can see here in the picture the typical neuron, and this neuron, it consists of three parts, that is the cell body, dendrites and axon. And the main function of this neuron is that here the dendrites, it receive the impulses, and the axon, it takes the impulses away from the cell body. So this is the main functions. So this is all about the animal tissue. So you can see the chart. So this is the glimpse of the plant tissue and the animal tissue. So the plant tissue, it is of two types, that is the meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. And the permanent tissue, it is divided into two types, that is the simple permanent tissue and the complex permanent tissue. And then the simple permanent tissue, it is divided into three types, that is the parenchyma, collenchyma, serenchyma. And the complex permanent tissue, it is divided into two types, that is the xylem and phloem. Then about the animal tissue, that is of four types. This is the epithelial, connective, muscular and nervous. So this muscular, it is of three types, that is the striated, unstriated and cardiac. So this unstriated, it is the smooth muscles. So this is all about the plant and animal tissues.